Hello everybody, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with These. I am your host, and on today's video we're just gonna go about showing the reality behind past, future and the present, and what your imagination actually does, or what it is in relation to your 3D physically focused version or self of reality. Now, in the present moment, you're just sitting there, right? Standing there, whatever it is you're doing. You are there in the present moment. You're now in the present moment whenever you're hearing this. And you are contemplating some sort of past that feels like it's behind you and a future that you feel like is ahead of you. And you're usually projecting the idea of where you are contextually now. If you are sitting, you're usually thinking about what you were doing before that, and subsequently here. And then the ideas of what is unfolding in your known or seen reality. Maybe you have meetings, maybe you're going out later, maybe you're doing something, going to the gym, going to the shop, whatever it might be in the future. Maybe things that are later on in the year as well, that you're creating this projection of a future. All of that is happening in this now moment timeline that exists purely here and now. See, that past isn't something far away from you. The future isn't something far away from you. It's all right here and now in your knowing, and you are creating this illusion of a 3D and 4D time-space experience for you to know it as an experience of past, present, and future. You are the entire thing. And you are experiencing the present now moment of that entire thing. You see, no matter where you were in that timeline, you're always going to experience it presently. So if you were in that past moment, a version that looks like that, you just have another version of future and another past behind you, because you would be projecting it from the present moment again and again and again. So as you imagine something, you are always slotting yourself into a present moment of a timeline or film roll of experiences. Wherever it is, if it's money, if it's relationships, if it's both, when you imagine something, you are lighting up the entire timeline. You are lighting up the entire reality of it. You are lighting up all of the assumptions that refer to this version of yourself, and you have plopped yourself via your own knowing and realization of awareness as awareness being the whole timeline, lighting up that bit that you are experiencing. But the entire thing gets lit up because you are the entire reality contextually with a new past, a new future in that moment of experiencing it. That's what's real. What your awareness is being aware of is what's real. So when you imagine something, you're lighting up the entirety of it. And you're always lighting it up from the present now moment of where and how and what you are experiencing it. So basically the who of who you are being. Because you are being the character and you are being the reality simultaneously at once. Because you are experiencing the reality of your own beingness through the physically focused version of yourself who is experiencing that reality as you. And every single point of consciousness in that reality is you as consciousness. While you may not physically experience those versions of people, events, and circumstances, you are the physical representation of yourself who is experiencing those people, events, and circumstances. So the center, the highlighted frame where you are imagining, you'll always have that future, you'll always have a new past, and every single time you imagine it, it's always brand new. So when you're returning to a scene, when you're returning to your imaginational scene, when you're saying I am again, you aren't actually saying it again. You're saying it brand new again. It's actually brand new again. So when you're imagining your wish fulfilled, you are experiencing another version of your wish fulfilled again and again and again. It's a new version. You're experiencing more of yourself by imagining it. You're being more of yourself by imagining it. You are imagination calling forth from yourself another version because you are new in that moment. So you're never the same version that imagines something. Because you are new in this moment and you are more aware of what is in this moment, you are brand new. You have to be. And brand new in the sense that you know more of yourself. See, you are infinite. So you're only ever going to know more of yourself as yourself contemplates more of itself, which we call the unfolding of time. But really, it's just the identity of I am God, I am reality, I am everything that ever was, is, and will be, knowing itself as everything that ever was, is, and will be through your physically focused viewpoint of reality. Everyone is doing the same thing. Some of them are unconscious. So each now, each moment, each present moment is now. So whether you were in that past that you think you were in, you weren't, it's another version of the past, but when you were experiencing that past experience that looked like that, that was now. Any kind of future, it's now. Whenever you imagine something, you are imagining it brand new, new version right now, a new now, a new past, a new future. It's a new now as a new reality every single time. There is actually no past. We call it the past because we are referring to the contextual experience of time and space of how we physically present ourselves in this moment. How we physically present ourselves in this moment is that time-space past that we just call upon to give context to. But it doesn't actually exist. It's just another frame. They're just frames of the infinite. And how and where we are going, that future, that's just more frames of context. We don't actually go to that future. Because when you're presently sitting here and thinking about the future, it may happen exactly like that, or it may not. But what you are imagining, that is reality. It's reality right then. Even the future in your imaginational frame, when you are experiencing whatever it is you want to be experiencing, that future in that frame, you don't actually get to. It's just time-space context. It's arbitrary. The past in that frame, you don't come to because that's also arbitrary. You have no idea what it is because it's not there. You have no idea what the future of that frame is because it's not there. It's there when you are there. But when you are not there, you are unfolding the there of it because you are that who of it. And you're always only ever highlighting the now. You're always only ever being in the present moment of now, no matter when that is. So when you are imagining, it's always only ever the present moment of now. That time of past and future does not exist outside of you imagining what is now, what you are experiencing of what is now. Once you stop experiencing what is now, which you can't because you're still experiencing what is now, that time, space, past and future idea that gave it context in the moment, it's gone. It doesn't stay there. You aren't in that past transversing into that present that you were imagining to a future you wanted to continue having. You are that identity, and that identity is filled with more of those experiences, and it unfolds that way. Because you are the awareness, and awareness contains infinite number of those timeline blocks of reality, those reality scripts. You can think of each one of those as a movie. And you have infinite movies. So when you're playing a scene from a movie, that scene, while one with every other movie, that scene, that idea, that version of yourself, the one with your specific person, with your money, with your life, with whatever, there's infinite versions of that. And you're transversing the versions that you are lighting up. The one where I am chosen. The one where I am that wealthy person. The one where I am in the relationship I desire to be in. The one where I am infinitely living my dream life experiences, events, circumstances, conditions, all of it. You are all of it at once, transversing all of it, being all of it at once, knowing all of it at once, but experiencing it linearly, sequentially, so you can know it. Starting again, because this is a whole other version of that same thing. See, each one of those blocks, each one of those film reels, each one of those film blocks of reality, they are made up of segmented frames that come together to make the film roll. You are always in the dead center, and you are always all of it, and none of it is reality. You are reality of all of it combined. So you don't ever transverse the blocks to get to the center. You are at the center, and the blocks come into play. The blocks come into reality. The blocks come into your awareness from the unseen parts of your own awareness to give yourself context for where you are right now. And you don't go into the future of that block. You didn't come from the past of that block. That past and the future was called up as you are in this now moment, and again in this now moment, and again in this now moment, and again in this now moment, because they keep going. So you transverse basically the vertical now moment, while the past of where and how and what you think you are is always changing to give context to that vertical now moment. The future you never get to, you just keep projecting different versions of it. Sometimes meetings get cancelled, but before it got cancelled, you were projecting going to that meeting. Your little outing with your friends, or your romantic partner, or whoever, or some holiday you wanted to go on. Something. You were projecting a future of that entire thing, but you weren't on that timeline, and then you were wondering why a timeline broke where you didn't do it. You're going through vertical versions of yourself where you are experiencing that now moment, not the future. The future doesn't exist. The past doesn't exist. It's only the vertically projected, vertically, physically focused projection of now. And that entire block of reality, that's one with you. You are that. You are the block of reality itself. All pasts, all futures, all present moments, past and future giving context to any present moment you are experiencing. Any present moment you are experiencing is one that you are consciously choosing to experience. That's what's reality. Because the present moment of the three-dimensional physically focused version of reality that you are currently experiencing, that's never static. That's always changing. You are always going down the block, experiencing your three-dimensionally physically focused world while being the whole block. So your past is always changing and your future is always changing because you are always changing. But not the projected future, not the past, the future of which blocks you are experiencing. The vertically, physically focused future is changing. That's the future, that way. That's actually kind of weird, right? The future isn't that way, it's that way. In this context, obviously this is just a depiction, but I'm saying the future of your presently focused now, that's what's changing. Not the future and not the past you keep thinking about and thinking of. That's always changing too, but it's changing from now. And all of those blocks is how God knows itself. You see, God is the circle, you are that circle, experiencing one of those blocks as your specifically focused life, while also being all of the blocks of every life that you could possibly live as that I am awareness consciousness. See, God is everything. God is not experiencing itself as everything. God is being everything. God is not experiencing itself specifically as anything. It's just being everything. Every past, every now, every future moment that we think about in that way, God is just being it now, timelessly, eternally. So He created a mirror version of itself. It created itself in its entirety. But while itself is being everything, that self, the I am, that I am, is knowing itself as everything. So one God is being everything, created a mirror of itself to know itself as everything. Well, because that's what it does. It's knowing itself. So God's always being everything. So you are that God being everything, and you are that God knowing itself as that everything. Because no matter what you are knowing, you're only knowing yourself. And that sixth dimensional being that we refer to as God knowing itself is split into those blocks. And those blocks are of infinite nature, infinite viewpoints. And one of them is your consciousness, while they're all the same. but each one of them is a different viewpoint of reality. Each version of consciousness has its own entirety of reality. It's all one reality, experiencing its viewpoint. And you are experiencing your viewpoints while never disturbing anything, because it's all one. It's all one happening. See, nothing's moving around, nothing's changing, nothing's getting broken. If it's broken, it's in the frame as broken. If you are sad, you're in the frame as sad. If you're confused, you're in the frame as confused. If you are in love, you are in love in the frame as in being in love. What's all that though? That is the substance of love giving itself form to know itself as love. That's what love is. That's what you are. That's what being love is realizing or recognizing that big giant circle is just love giving itself form to know itself as love. It's formless. Just like how you're looking at the screen, you're looking at colorful pictures, they're just colors. They're just colors giving itself form for context. Those are just colors, just lines, just energy, just pixels, just electricity, just electrons, just photons, giving itself structure because consciousness is it giving itself form and materializing itself into a certain structure to know itself as itself. It automatically loves itself because it is love. It's automatically one with itself because it's one with it because it is itself. You're automatically everything because you're one with everything. You made it. You are the creator. You are experiencing your own creation from within. Even that's a bit of a pointless thing because this isn't happening within you. It is happening as you. You are reality. Go back to this one here. Each now, no matter what you are highlighting, when you're highlighting, you are consciously choosing to light up that life. That life is a series and listing of all of the assumptions and beliefs and choices that make up this life. It's already there. Whether you consciously know each and every one of them or you don't, you know what it is. You are lighting that up. That is who you are now. That's it. I am this version of myself. It does not matter whatever happens. There is no outcome that prevents this. There is no outcome that makes this happen. There is no evidence that shows me this is happening. There is no not evidence that shows that it's being prevented. There is nothing. There is absolutely nothing the three-dimensionally physically focused world can show you, can offer you, can provide you that shows you that, hey, you are in that reality now. Even synchronicity. At some point, synchronicity becomes tedious and boring and tiring to yourself because you're still wondering something about it. Synchronicity is just showing you that you are reality. Showing you that you're always in this perfect unfolding. Otherwise, how would it have synchronized? You're synchronizing with yourself. So imagine who and what you are. Know that it's every single assumption, every single desire, every single belief of it happening right here and right now in this block, in this frame, in this knowing, in this now moment that I am this. And nothing's going to change that because I'm the one that changed into choosing this as my life, and that's what my life is right now. Until further notice. I am your host, Reese. This is Reach Your Reality with you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Much love, much light. Hope you enjoyed the colors of all of these blocks. I had to draw them in paint and then make the digitized versions of them with ChatGPT. It's quite fun, actually. Much love, much light. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the joining, the following, the sharing, the liking, the subscribing. Thank you for joining the TikTok page. Couple people quite a wonderful message on TikTok there as well this morning. Thank you for joining the Facebook group. Much love, much light, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye.